Welcome to Real People, Real Voices. I'm your host, James Jackson.
I'm your co-host, Pastor Wayne Moore.
Always a pleasure to host with you.
It is. It's always good to be in your presence. It's always good to hear come to the community with information.
Yeah.
Man, we got a great show today. We have one of, in my estimation, one of the icons of Indianapolis, Indiana, especially for Afro-American men. Dr. Eugene White's with us today, and I'm just excited about that. He's done a great work in our city for a number of years, and we're going to hear what he has to say about Martin University and Up and Over.
And it's going to be great. That's coming in December. You're going to talk more about that in the show. But we want to thank our sponsors.
Yes, Lee Kossel and Crawley, attorneys that you need when you need them.
Right.
And we also have Fervent Care Christian Academy. They're going to be there to help you with your young people getting started into the educational system. Christian daycare is a good way of doing things these days, and we hope that you will consider Fervent Care Christian Academy.
Yeah, good spiritual foundation.
Yes.
And we want to encourage you to go to our YouTube channel, WHMD TV 40, and subscribe. You can watch this show when it's over, as well as other shows that you might have missed. And of course on Facebook.
You can like us on Facebook. Not only that, why don't you give the times? What times our show is at?
Yeah, Sunday evenings at 5:30 p.m. and on Fridays at 9. So we hope that you'll tune in.
Yeah, we look forward to seeing you. Please be a supporter of this particular TV show because it's a great show. We bring it to you so that you can have the information that you need to be further along in your progress in the community and what's going on.
And we'll be back with our guest, Dr. Eugene White, president of Martin University, and also First Financial Bank is with us. Lots of great information. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to Real People, Real Voices. Want to get right to our guests. We're joined by Dr. Eugene White. Welcome to the show.
Great to be here.
Good to have you. And Mr. Rodell McCullum.
Mr. McCullum, happy to have you.
Happy to be here.
First Financial Bank.
Absolutely.
Thanks
Community
for joining us.
Director.
Yes.
So, Dr. White, talk to us about Martin University. Some of our viewers may not be aware of this great university here in Indianapolis and what it offers.
Well, I'm glad to introduce them to it. Martin University now is 41 years old. It was founded by Father Boniface Hardin and Sister Jane Schilling over at 35th and North College. It was founded as Martin Community Center, helping with race relations and testing for sickle cell anemia and giving out GEDs. And what happened, the GED program, they were working with older adults, and once people got their GEDs, they attempted to go into the traditional universities in town, and they came back complaining to father and sister that they were not accepted there. It wasn't invitational for them, and so father and sister heard enough of this. They talked to the local college presidents. They did a study, and they found out that the environments at traditional colleges were not conducive to older students being there. And so father and sister, having tremendous faith, decided they're going to open their own college, just like that. No money, no foundation, just prayer and faith. And by the miracle of the Lord, we're here 41 years later. It is a liberal arts university, non-denominational, part of the Indiana private institution, the ICI network. We have 9 undergraduate degree programs, and we have 2 master's degree programs. We are known to have an environment of support and caring, and we attempt to put our students first because it's all about them. And when most of our students are older, and anytime we look at traditional students as being from the age of 18 to 24, non-traditional students at 24 and older, the average age of a student at Martin University is 38.7 years of age. We're 69% female, 95% African American. Great place for people to get serious about getting that higher education. And it was founded for individuals who had gone through trials and tribulations and had not gotten the education they deserved to receive. And father and sister were just completely all in for helping those people who wanted that higher education experience.
Phenomenal, phenomenal. And it's been it's been on its job for 41 years.
Yes.
Major improvements.
Yes.
I think here recently I saw some major improvements to the parking lot. Have a major
yeah.
parking lot now. Parking has been increased. It's phenomenal what you've done over there as president of that university. But tell us what's getting ready to happen that you're proud of.
Well, the big events coming up that I'm very proud of this event is the first telethon. Okay. I'm superstitious. I don't like to say first annual because that's like hoping for the next one, but we're going to have the next one. But it's the first telethon on December 1st, and it's going to be a 4-hour telethon broadcast over Channel 40. And we have two of the greatest MCs in the country who are going to moderate that program for us. They're close at hand, so we're happy and excited about it. And the other thing is we have a very, very good friend and supporter, and that's First Financial Bank, and Rodell is here. They stepped up. They're a newer bank in the city, in the area. They've moved into Indiana, and they've been doing great things, but this is not the first project they've supported us in. Over the last 3 years, they've been very active in supporting the university and other community agencies also. So they agreed to help be the primary sponsor for the telethon. And so now we're in the process of soliciting other people to give to the telethon. And the money raised from telethon will primarily go for scholarships, either need-based merit scholarships. It can also go to capital improvements or for general operations. But we are excited about this telethon. We believe it's going to be outstanding, and my good friend, Dr. Wayne Moore, tells me we're going to raise $300,000.
I'm praying, man. I've been praying about that. I'm excited about that. I just believe the city of Indianapolis and even the state of Indiana will pour some resources into Martin University to help them get over some of the humps that they're experiencing, but most of all, to promote people dollar-wise for higher education. And I'm beckoning and I'm praying that the city will respond, that businesses will respond, churches will respond. Every aspect in our community, we want you to respond to this because we want to make this happen for Martin University. It's been a great university. It's going to continue to do great work in our community. Yeah. So thanks, Dr. White, for giving us an opportunity and confidence in us here at WHMB-TV Channel 40 to bring this telethon, the first one, to Martin University in the city of Indianapolis.
And I just want to say from your mouth to God's ear, we really feel that Martin University is unique and it provides a service that's not typical, and it's a special place with special people. And we have faculty and staff people who do special things, but we have been planning for this for months now, and we're getting excited. It's getting close to that time now. We got to sign up on the building.
Really?
We got to sign up on the building.
Nice.
And so it's on the 70 West side, so when people are stuck in traffic, they can read.
Yeah.
After November 1st, they can text donations.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and
so
speaking of
we're
that, you're going to make it really easy for people to donate. Text to give.
Yeah, text to give.
Yeah.
And that information will be on the stream.
Yeah.
You know, Rodell, thank you. Thank you and First Financial for coming alongside Martin University. Tell us why this is so important.
Well, first and foremost, First Financial is a community bank. We believe in doing right by those in the communities that we do business in, providing access to all communities and folks that are in those communities, but specifically focusing on the low to moderate income communities. So the Martindale Brightwood Education Zone and an area is definitely a focal point for us. Martin University and the work that they're doing in the community, it was easy for us to get on board to be able to support those non-traditional students in that community to get their education, to better their outcomes, and really extend our work in the community.
Yeah, I think that's phenomenal. I think it's phenomenal. I think that coming alongside Martin University, it's a shot in the arm. It's a shot in the arm for that institution because I've seen it through the years. I've seen it go down, go up, moderately move, but this is a great shot in the arm for Martin University, and we hope that this relationship will continue for decades and decades to come because they need that. And you know, I'm hoping that even as I speak, that a foundation will be able to be developed, even from the beginning of this telethon, that some of these dollars will go towards the foundation and make sure that we can keep Martin University alive. I think that's one thing that one of your dreams come
Well,
true.
I think that's a good point, Dr. Moore, because starting at the 40th anniversary dinner in 2017, we started to raise money for our first endowment, and we have raised our goal was 1.6 million, and we had a campaign called the 40 for 40 campaign where we wanted 40 individuals to give $40,000. That's not that easy. However, the campaign itself is moving right along. We've raised more than $400,000 in a little more than a year. And so we're going to continue to work to develop the endowment for the university, because when Father and Sister started this, there was no foundation, no endowment, just prayer.
Right.
And you know, when I became president of Martin, I had to tell the trustees and other people, I love Father and Sister, but there's one major difference in me and them, and that is when they prayed to the Lord, it was a local call. When I pray, it's long distance. So we have to have money. Okay, to go with my prayer. I'm going to keep praying, but we need some money too.
And with that, we're going to go to break. We'll be back with more after this. Welcome back to Real People, Real Voices, and we're joined by Dr. Eugene White and Mr. Rodale McCullough. Dr. Moore, we're talking about Up and Over.
Up and Over is going to be a great opportunity for
Telethon,
that is, for the community of Indianapolis to give. And I'm on board with Dr. White that we can raise resources that will make a significant difference in the life of Martin University. And so we need the community to start buckling down, need churches to start getting involved, putting dollars in place for December 1.
Yeah.
And if we do that, we can get it done.
And Dr. White, there's a lot of folks interested in making sure this is successful. Tell us about some of the other partners.
Well, the other concurrent partner would be Radio 1, WTOC, FM, and AM. They're going to simulcast the telethon. We also are now soliciting different groups like fraternities, sororities, churches, and at the time of the broadcast of this program, all of the churches and all those other individuals and organizations would have received a communication from us as to how to give and support the university through the telethon. So we are still looking for additional sponsors to support what First Financial is doing, but we feel excited because 2 years ago, under Dr. Moore's leadership, the ministry group,
Baptist Ministers Alliance.
Baptist Ministers Alliance was kind enough to provide a gift of $20,000 to the university. And needless to say, from the church community and religious community, that's our largest contribution to the university in my time there.
Yeah.
And reading the records, I think is the largest contribution by a group, a Christian group or any religious group. So I want to, again, thank Dr. Moore for his leadership, because he kind of led that endeavor and was very, very successful. Had a revival, had people happy. They brought joy to the gatheratorium. So it was a wonderful activity.
I think we're going to do this. I'm praying that we can get 50 churches to give $1,000. I really am. And the church that I pastor is a great community church. It does what it can to help the community. I want to thank the Olivet Baptist Church. I rarely do that on this show. Thank them for all they do for the community. And I want to thank our chairman of boards who make things happen for us that we can participate in community endeavors. And I'm going to ask my church to start off with $1,000. And then I'm going to ask 49 other churches to come up with $1,000. That will give the faith-based community the highest donation ever given to Martin University, which would be $50,000. And that would be something that we can work together. disseminate all of our differences and just come together and put Martin University first on December 1. We can get it done.
And certainly we could match that at Fervent Prayer Church.
I know you would do that, my
Yeah,
friend.
yeah.
So we only need 48,000 from the faith-based community.
Bless you.
So it's just money.
It's
right?
just God can make a way, and He has done it. I know what He's done in my ministry, and I see what He's done in other ministries.
Yeah.
And so if we can't give back to the community, something is drastically, difficultly wrong with us. Definitely wrong with us.
And with regard, we're talking about money, Mr. McCullough. What about First Financial and churches in the community? Have you all started or are you already establishing relationships? And can we see perhaps ATM at Martin University soon?
That is being discussed. But as far as the community, as a director of community development for the bank, I'm responsible for our community development strategy, which we've called ALIVE.
ALIVE.
It's actually an acronym. It's providing access to bank services, access to lending, investments, volunteerism, as well as education, particularly of a financial nature. So we've been active in the community, in the Indianapolis community, and throughout our footprint to make sure that we're identifying the appropriate organizations to work with, primarily 501c3 organizations that are focused on improving the communities that they serve. So extending our services. It'd be nice to say we're going to get all the First Financial's folks out in the streets and do nothing but volunteerism. But that is just, not feasible. So what we try to do is find the right partners that are having the correct impact in the community and support those organizations. And we've done that in Indianapolis, Northwest Indiana, even down to Central Indiana within the Bloomington area.
Outstanding.
You have to, as an institution, we have to have multiple depositories and relationships. But that endowment money we're telling you about, we've invested that with First Financial.
That's a major move.
Because you have to help those partners who help you.
That's how it's
and
done.
They've stepped up from the very beginning. The other thing is they have made a commitment to this community up in Northwest Indiana and Gary and that particular area and Louisville. They're serious about their expansion. And I wish that we could get their names out to more entities because we have, they have some good things going, good practices, some very innovative banking practices that I've been impressed with. And I was so impressed I decided to get on their advisory committee just to understand were they for real in terms of what they're trying to do, because we want to hold them to their commitment to this community, not only to the university, but Indianapolis overall. And I can tell you, so far, it's looking very well.
You know what? And to think about it, I've been here all my life, and I have rarely seen banks at a grassroots level like this bank is. Most of the time, this is about procedure, practice, and principles. But being at the table with First Financial Bank and seeing how things are matriculating with this telethon is phenomenal. And to see a bank, a banking institution, come at a level to where it's hands-on and the conversation is beautiful about being progressive. That's great. I mean, it's great, and you need to be commended for that.
And they're there in all the planning meetings.
Yes, they're there.
And they volunteered to produce the posters and flyers for the event. So they've gone beyond just
Sitting at the table.
Sitting at the table. They've produced tangible kind of proof that they're serious about supporting our initiative. So we're very pleased with that.
And if you give our audience the date and times again.
The telethon will be on December 1st, starts from 1 to 5, and we invite everyone to tune in, but even more importantly, give in. And give us, yeah.
And they can come, actually.
Oh yeah,
The
they can
doors
come
open
to
at
the
noon.
studio.
The doors are open at
Oh
noon.
yeah, and they can. There's wonderful entertainment.
Right.
And if they have some money to give, I would take money. We'll take all the money. And the telephone banks will be open.
Right.
There will have numbers they can call to give via phone. They can text their gifts. So it's going to be a serious endeavor.
Right.
Yeah. And we want to just put that challenge out there, and Dr. Moore certainly challenged
Oh, yeah.
the churches.
It's
but
my prayer.
everybody to mark that date, December 1st this year, come on out and be a part of this great telethon, up and over, making someone's dream a reality. Dr. White, thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome, Mr. McCullough.
Mr. McCullough,
Thank you
thank
as
you
well.
for coming. Thank you for the work
All
you
the
do.
best to
I
First
appreciate it.
Financial here
Yeah.
in Indianapolis. And thank you. We'll see you in the rundown in just a little bit. Welcome back to Real People, Real Voices. I'm your host, James Jackson.
Co-host, Pastor Wayne Moore.
And I'm your executive producer, Faith McKinney.
And we want to thank our sponsors.
Yes, Lee Crawley and Crawley.
Crawley, yeah.
Yeah, excuse
Lee
me.
Castle and Crawley.
Yeah, that happens from time to time. Fervent Care Christian Academy.
Clean, Christian, convenient childcare, 317-898-2751.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And we're excited about Martin University.
Yeah.
Yep.
Up and over telethon.
Telethon is going to be, it's the first one.
Yeah.
$300,000 goal.
Streaming on Facebook,
And Radio 1,
simulcast,
AM and FM. They're going to have Giveify. They're going to have all kind of ways to give.
Yeah.
And we're going to hope that you would participate in every aspect of your giving to help Martin University get up and over and help the endowment as well, and students to receive scholarships.
And I didn't know, Faith, Dr. White mentioned that their enrollment is 69% women.
Yes.
That's outstanding.
Yes, there are a lot of women at Martin University.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, a lot of people who are non-traditional students, of course, but yeah, women find the need that they have to have that degree, and Martin University is such a fostering place. They really help you
Yeah.
succeed.
Beautiful campus. And Dr. Moore, you had indicated they've got some new parking out there. It looks really good.
Major parking lot probably parks about 225 cars. I think it looks beautiful. It enhances the landscape of Martin University. And they have a major sign telling people about the telethon that's
December
coming.
1st?
December 1st. We hope that you'll participate. We're looking for the faith-based community to step up in a mighty way.
Yeah.
Trying to raise $50,000. Need 48 other churches now
48.
to give that $1,000.
Or two churches can partner.
Can come together and partner.
Yeah, 500.
500 apiece.
Yeah,
We can get it done.
Yeah. I want to thank you for joining us. Don't forget, or I should say, please remember to go to YouTube and subscribe to us, our show, and like us on Facebook. See you next time.